3.7, factoring the sum or difference of cubes. We have seen factoring of squares, the difference of squares. A squared minus b squared, we remember this formula is a plus b times a minus b. There's no formula for sum of squares, but there is a formula for sum of cubes and difference of cubes, and we're going to learn that today. And we'll start off with a little bit of review on, difference of squares. So a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. If we were asked to factor this one, 3x squared minus 49, we'd first write them as a difference of squares. 36x squared is the square of 6x, and 49 is the square of 7. So that would be factored as 6x plus 7 times 6x minus 7. 25x to the power of 6 minus 81. How do we write that as a difference of squares? It is the square of 5x cubed, right? If you square that, you get 25x to the power of 6 minus the square of 9, right? 9 times 9 is 81. So this could be factored as 5x cubed plus 9 times 5x cubed minus 9. And they can't be factored any further. All right, next one. 2x plus 1 squared minus 49. So you're going to write that as, first we'll write that as difference of squares. The first one's already the square of 2x plus 3. We're going to write 49 as the square of 7. And then this entire expression is your a value, and the 7 is your b. So it will be equal to a plus b, which is 2x plus 3 plus 7, times a minus b, which is 2x plus 3 minus 7. So simplify that to 2x plus 10 and 2x minus 4. All right. Now let's try this one here. X minus 3 squared, that's your entire a, minus 2x plus 1 squared, that expression is your b. So that's a plus b, which is it's a, which is x minus 3, plus b, so just have to add the 2x plus 1. But in the a minus b, be careful. The a is x minus 3, but since you're subtracting a binomial, you want to put that in brackets. So minus 2x plus 1. So now here you can simplify it very quickly. 2x plus 1x is 3x, and negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. But here you got to open up the bracket. So x minus 3, distribute the negative 1 into the brackets, and you get minus 2x minus 1. So it's 3x minus 2 times negative x minus 4, right? So you can take out the negative over here and write this as minus of x plus 4 by factoring out the negative times 3x minus 2. All right? That was difference of squares. Now we're going to look at the formula. There's a formula for the sum of cubes and a formula for the difference of cubes. It's kind of easy to remember. A cubed plus b cubed is a plus b, which is one factor, times a squared minus ab plus b squared. And a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b, which is a factor, times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So I kind of remember this as, if it's plus and you're doing sum of cubes, then this factor is plus and this is minus. And you switch those signs in the formula for a cubed minus b cubed. This is minus and this is plus. Okay, so let's try some questions. 125 x to the power 6 minus 8y cubed. First, you're going to write this as a difference of cubes. So 5 fives, 5 times 5 cubed is 125, right? So this is 5x squared cubed minus 2y cubed. Okay, so first write that, so then you can clearly see this is your a and this is your b, right? So it's going to be a minus b, which is 5x squared minus 2y, right? Because that's the formula. We're going to use this formula, times a squared. So it's 5x squared squared plus ab, so 5x squared times 2y, and plus b squared, so plus 2y squared. So you can't leave it like this, you have to simplify. The first factor here, you don't do anything because you can't simplify it any further. This one you definitely can. You can square this, you get 25x to the power of 4 plus 5 2's are 10. So this would be 10x squared y plus, if you square 2y, you get 4y squared. So that's the final answer, right? That's the final answer. Let's try this one here, 8x cubed minus 343. So if you cube root 343, you'll get 7. So 7 times 7 times 7 will give you 343. You got to first write this as a difference of cubes. So it's the cube of 2x minus the cube of 7. Okay, so that's a is 2x, b is 7. A cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So a minus b is 2x minus 7. And the second factor I'm going to write at the bottom here because I don't have room. So a squared plus ab, so 2x times 7 plus b squared, so square of 7. Okay, you got to simplify the second set of brackets. You get 2x minus 7, and in the second set of brackets you square 2x, you get 4x squared plus 14x plus 49. Okay, let's try another one. X plus 3 cubed minus 2x minus 1 cubed. So it's still applicable. You can consider this entire expression as your a, and this entire expression is your b, and then use the formula for a cubed minus b cubed. So it's a minus b, so let's just use big brackets, a minus b, right, times a squared, so x plus 3 squared, plus ab, so x plus 3 times 2x minus 1, plus b squared, so 2x minus 1 squared. So now we can simplify this. We cannot leave it like this. We have to expand and simplify what's in the brackets. The first set of brackets is easy. When you open it up, you get x plus 3. Then you have to distribute the negative 1 into brackets. So you get negative 2x plus 1. And then you got to use, what is a plus b squared? It's a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So you can use the formula instead of trying to use FOIL, which will take a lot more time. And for 2x minus 1 squared, use a minus b squared formula. Okay, so that is a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And a minus b squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So we're going to use that formula. We did that in grade 10. And I don't have room to keep this here, so you can just note it down. But we're going to use that formula to simplify and make our work a lot faster. So this is your x plus 3 squared, so it's going to be x squared plus 2ab, which is 2, 3 to 6x plus 9. And then this one you have to FOIL, so you have to multiply like that. Then 3 multiplies with that. So you get 2x squared minus x plus 6x minus 3. And then you're going to expand this using a minus b squared, which is a squared I'm just going to square it, 4x squared minus 2ab, so 2 times 2 is 4x, plus b squared, so plus 1 squared, which is 1. Now, a lot of work here. You got to add the like terms, negative x plus 4. And in here, it's a lot of like terms you can add. So x squared, x squared, x squared, right? So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7x squared. And then the terms in x are 6x minus x, 6x, negative 4x. So that will be 6 minus 1 is 5, plus 6 is 11, minus 4 is 7, plus 7x. And then the constant terms. The constant terms are plus 9, minus 3, and plus 1. So that's 9 minus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So you have 7 there. And to completely factor it, you got to factor out the 7 that you see here. So it's 7 times x squared plus x plus 1 times negative x plus 4. That's the factored expression for x plus 3 cubed minus 2x minus 1 cubed. Okay, let's try some more examples. Factor each expression fully. And it's saying g of x equals 8x cubed plus 27. So it's going to be, you're going to have to write this as a sum of cubes. So it's 2x cubed plus 3 cubed. So that's this formula, a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So a plus b times a squared, I'm just going to square that, 4x squared, minus ab, so 3 2s are 6x, plus b squared, that's plus of 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. So that's the answer, and you can just leave it like that. Now let's try this one here again. Rewrite that as a sum of cubes, so it's 3x cubed plus 4 4s are 16, 4s are 64, so it's a cube of 4. So it's a plus b, 3x plus 4, times a squared, so if you square 3x you get 9x squared, minus ab, so minus 12x, plus b squared, square the 4, you get 16. Okay, that's the answer. Let's try 216x to the power of 5 plus x squared. So right now this doesn't look like it can be written as the sum of cubes, but we can try to take out a common factor. The common factor for these two is x squared. So we're going to factor that out, and you're going to get 216x cubed plus 1 cubed. So now it's a sum of cubes. You can rewrite this as 216, it's a cube of 6. If you're not sure, you can take your calculator and do cube root of 216, or try 216 to the power of 1/3, and you'll get 6. Okay, so it's basically the cube of 6x plus the cube of 1. Okay, so that's your a, that's your b. Now you can use the formula. So you have to do all this work first before you could use the formula. So that works out to a plus b, so 6x plus 1, times a squared, which is 36x squared, minus ab, which is minus 6x, plus b squared, which is plus 1. That's it. Okay. This one too, you'll find that you have a y cubed here, which kind of disappeared. X to the power, do we have a y cubed here? I'll just take that off. X to the power of 9 minus 512. So I'm going to write that as a difference of cubes first. So how do we write this as a difference of cubes? Something to the power of 3. So it's x to the power of 3 to the power of 3, because 3 times 3 will give us 9. If you cube root 518, you'll get 8. Okay, so it's the cube of 8. And now that's your a, which is the x cubed. That's your b, which is the 8. So it's a minus b times a squared. So you're going to square this, plus ab, so it's 8x cubed, plus b squared, which is square 8, you get 64. And that's x cubed minus 8, and x to the power 6 plus 8x cubed plus 64. And what's interesting about this one is actually you can factor this further. This is also a difference of cubes. Okay, so there's one more step. You're not done. You're not fully factored. So you're going to factor this as a difference of cubes because x cubed minus 8 is the cube of x minus the cube of 2. That's your x, that's your a, that's your b, right? So it's a minus b, so it's x minus 2 times a squared plus ab, which is, sorry, it's 2, not 8. Sorry. That's our a and b, so plus ab would be plus 2x, plus b squared would be square root of 2, which is 4. Okay, so we had to do that extra step there, and then pull this down, which is right here, that factor x to the power 6 plus 8x cubed plus 64. There's a bit of extra work there, so be careful, sometimes you're not fully factored. Okay, and those are the questions you want to try for homework.